former NFL offensive lineman Brian Baldinger taking a look at Shedeur Sanders in his first start against the Raiders yesterday.
It would take Shedeur Sanders all of 12 plays in his first NFL start to produce the biggest play of the season. As he gets chased here by Tyree Wilson and Max Crosby, he uncorks it from his own 35-yard line, 55 yards on a dime to Isaiah Bond. He tried to score. He came up short. They run a little wildcat, but this is what it looked like. Tyree Wilson coming free. Max Crosby on the chase. But his eyes are down the field. And then just like this, the power that he has right here to uncork this one on a perfect throw. Biggest play of the season for Cleveland. Then 3rd and 12 right here. The rush is coming. He's going to get crunched right here in the end zone by Tyree Wilson and Booker right there. And he has a floater to Harold Fannin for 15 yards to get him out of harm's way and sustain the drive. And then this throw right here. This throw to Jerry Jeudy. Again, being chased. He knows he can feel it. But he's just buying time right here, keeping his eyes down the field, directing traffic, and then he makes this throw to Jerry Jeudy. I'm not sure what Jeudy was doing right here, but I know he regrets it right now. But we'll go on to the next play right here, and his first NFL touchdown. Here he is directing traffic. All right, here comes the rookie Dylan Sampson, right? Just perfect throw on the outside, all right, so that when Sampson catches it, he can just hit top gear. Perfect throw. First touchdown for Shedeur Sanders. First win by a rookie quarterback in decades for the Browns.
Since the 90s and Eric Zier. But you wrote an article, first start, and there were some things that weren't good, but there were some things where, quite frankly, there were a couple of throws, and he highlighted them, where it was like, okay, I see that.
Yeah, he picked out the 4 throws that I really liked from that game. Let's start with the Isaiah Bond one, because he did the thing we've been waiting for a Browns quarterback to do all season. He went deep. He took advantage of Isaiah Bond. That's something we've been waiting to see from Isaiah Bond. And in Sanders' case, the biggest thing he did was he beat the blitz. And it completely changed the dynamic of the football game because the Raiders just stopped sending all that pressure as soon as they made that completion. It set the tone for the game. It suddenly made Shedeur's life significantly easier. And that's a throw that I don't know if anyone else on the roster can make. And this is what we've talked about with Shedeur Sanders. That's the ability he has. He is an incredibly talented passer. I really like the pass to Fannin. Just simple, but under pressure and those type of things. And, you know, the Dylan Sampson one, it's like relatively an easy throw. But here's the problem. You know, we go back 2 weeks to the Jets game. They had that throwback set up to Malachi Corley, and Dylan Gabriel just missed it.
Yep.
And given the margins and how thin they are right now, that's the difference. So like he made the play that Gabriel didn't make, and that's enough right now. So are there issues that Shedeur has to correct? Yeah, he took. You know, it was better in terms of navigating the pocket. I think he did a nice job sort of working sideways as opposed to working backward. He did take one bad sack. He had the interception. He had a couple decisions that were really questionable. But the real thing that's working for Shedeur Sanders is the thing that's worked for the Browns all season is explosive plays. They had 3 explosive plays through the air. And every time they've had an explosive play this season, they've largely scored. Jerry Jeudy's fumble is basically the only time they didn't. And so that changed the game. Like, 3/4 of his passing yards were on 3 plays, and he only threw 20 passes. So on the one hand, you could sit here and go, well, he didn't get a chance to do that much. On the other hand, 3 passes out of 20 went for huge plays, which is all you really need for this offense with the way the defense is playing. So there's a lot to like from that standpoint. He's got to keep growing. He's got to keep getting better. And obviously, look, there's an element to this. The Raiders are awful. They are awful. This was a soft landing, which we all asked for. This is exactly what we wanted for Shedeur to get, which is a game where he could step in, getting some confidence, and hopefully build on it. Well, hopefully he's going to get that opportunity against the San Francisco 49ers to see if he can build on it against a much better opponent.